I am super excited today because एक बहुत खास मेहमान मेरे साथ है, Jessy from London.
Thank you. The first time my friend had introduced and I'm like, yeah, okay, should I go to him? Hypnotism करेगा, क्या करेगा?
She had come with her boyfriend that time.
I'm a born Roman Catholic, as you know. And then I got married. Partner was Muslim. So, of course, went into the whole journey of changing myself.
You know why I love Access? It doesn't tell you this is right, this is wrong. It empowers you to make choices that works for you. When she called me just before my Dubai class and she said, you know, there are certain things that are still stuck and not moving. And
I
I'm
was
like,
crying, by the way.
Don't keep crying, don't keep cribbing, don't be a victim. Ask, what can I do to change my life? I've seen thousands of people's life changing. I can write like a whole book on testimonial.
You know my manifestations of my Range Rover as well. Within 24 hours, I had the key in my hand.
I've been asked this like, where were you like 50 years back? I'm like, oh, okay. So October, here I come. London, here I come. Namaste, मेरा नाम डॉक्टर आशीष नारायणकर है. वेलकम टू माय चैनल. आई एम सुपर एक्साइटेड टुडे बिकॉज एक बहुत खास मेहमान मेरे साथ है. आई नो हर फॉर द लास्ट 15-16 years एंड लेट मी टेल यू वन थिंग. उसका जर्नी जो मैंने देखा है, यू नो, आई मेट हर व्हेन आई स्टार्टेड माय प्रैक्टिस इनटू हीलिंग एंड आज व्हेन आई सी हर इट्स सच एन अमेजिंग इंस्पिरेशनल स्टोरी एंड शी हैड कम ऑल द वे फ्रॉम लंदन टू अटेंड माय 8-8 पोर्टल. तो मैंने उसको पकड़ लिया और मैंने बोला लेट्स डू अ वीडियो टुगेदर बिकॉज इट्स टाइम टू इंस्पायर मोर एंड मोर पीपल एंड व्हाट इज द बेस्ट थिंग, इंस्पिरेशनल स्टोरीज इंस्पायर अदर्स. सो हियर आई एम सिटिंग विथ माय डियर फ्रेंड Jessy from London. Welcome, Jessy. Finally, we are able to do a shoot. How does it get better than this?
I know, and this is a manifestation in itself. And I am so happy to be here with you.
So glad.
And it's not only to reach people in India, but more across continents and worldwide. And हाँ, खुश हूँ और हमेशा फन करती हूँ जब भी आशवर्ल्ड में आती हूँ. So yes, my journey with you has been 16 years and how it's been,
God.
time has just gone. And I still remember the first time my friend had introduced and I'm like, yeah, okay, should I go to him? Pata nahi kya hoga. Lekin the first one, past life regression, do you remember? Oh my God,
yeah.
sitting in that chair, ab ye kya karega? Hypnotism karega? Kya karega? And I just gave myself, I said, you know what? Let's go with the flow. And there I was, and the journey started there.
I still remember very, very clearly, like, you know, this petite little girl, you know, she had come with her boyfriend that time. Let's not forget that. Yeah, and I'm so happy, you know.
And the one who wasn't very happy to be there.
He wasn't very happy that she was coming to a past life
Yes.
regression therapy, who didn't believe in all this thing. He's saying all this is rubbish. And then, you know, you came there. I still remember I was working from home that time. One of my room was my healing room. I have like a super memory, you know. I have a pictorial memory and I can
100%.
clearly remember seeing you coming there. And yeah,
And I remember I wanted to go to London that time to move, and for some reason some things came across, nahi ho raha tha. And then you said, no, I can see you. I can, like, obviously you're a medium. I didn't know then, because for me you were just like Dr. Ashissh Narayankr, like kahan? And like he's saying it, kuch na kuch hoga. And I'm like, nahi yaar, aise kaise ho sakta hai? Like visa processes, we know, what does he know? And I'm thinking, and the day when it came, and I'm like, you know what? Hands on my heart, that day was the day I'm like, that's it. So once I got the visa, I was very happy. Flew to London. London में busy हो गई. Life takes you all over the place. Touch में नहीं रहे.
yeah. Because that time, of course, you know, it was just Facebook and I was hardly using Facebook. Anyways, I was not too much on social media. Social media came, I think, only in being for me was during COVID. You know, Instagram hua, and then, you know, we started going live on Instagram, and that's how social media presence in my life started.
Yes.
Uske pehle I was only busy creating, you know. So I remember you clearly sending me a message on
Facebook, Messenger,
Facebook.
yeah.
But that time, Jessy se tum सोफिया बन गई थी. I said, ये कौन है? And he was like full on in burqa. I'm like, ये कौन है? And then of
So
course we connected back and reconnected, and it was amazing. Yeah.
it was because life changes, as we
Yes.
know. I'm a born Roman Catholic, as you know. And then I got married. My partner was Muslim. So, of course, went into the whole journey of changing myself. Consciousness was there, I guess. But I think what happens is sometimes life takes you in a different turn. I didn't believe in myself. There was a lot of conditioning happening. And yes, and then foundation in Dubai happened.
Yeah.
And that's when, remember what I said, can I please come for the 3 days? And you said 3 days mein kya hoga? And you said come for the whole class. I said nahi ho sakta, chutti nahi milegi, like, and you said just come, see what it takes. And
But
then
I
was in
think
Dubai.
before you came into the class in Dubai, you landed up doing an online with me
Yes,
during
I
the
did.
COVID,
Yes, I've done,
and
yes, online.
that's when I saw her online, and you were like a complete different person than what I saw you in 2009, 2010,
Yes.
and then when I saw you during COVID, you were a complete different person, a personality, and of course, when you lose in touch, we don't know, where your life has been, what you've been doing, and all of that. But you reconnected back, and you're a connector. You love connecting with people. And then you did the foundation. So, what was your first take, And you were really, really lucky because normally Access doesn't do online. There is no online Access bars or foundation. It was the first time in Access history that Gary allowed us to do an online foundation because, of course, it was a complete lockdown and so many people from around the world started joining us and all of that. And you were a part of it. So, how was your experience once you came into the whole Access consciousness journey?
So I was blank. At that point, I was blank because I don't know what is Access Foundation. And I'm like, he's doing it. Let's see what he creates. I was very fearful. For me, leave me in a room with no one. That's it. I'll run away. लेकिन फिर हुआ क्या उसमें entities का भी
Entity
topic है.
topic.
And I still remember I'd gone to Tunisia after that class. I मैंने बोला, oh, he said, just know the presence, and just say, acknowledge your presence. तो मैंने बोला, try कर लेती हूँ, क्या हो जाएगा? और light blink हो रहा था उधर होटल के बाहर. And I said, I acknowledge your presence. Light blink करना जो बंद हो गया, I ran away. But I know one thing, what you taught me in the class, जो tools आपने दिए ना, I've taken it very, acknowledging every tool of it and using it in my life. And that's one thing, I can एक class ले सकती हूँ, 2 class ले सकती हूँ, because every class teaches you differently. Like जो foundation online किया था, completely different to the foundation what I did in Dubai. It's different.
See, why is it different? Because you were different in the first class.
Yes.
What you could perceive, what you could receive in the first class was different than the second. Because by the time you did the second class, you were already different.
Yes.
मेरे यहाँ लोग समझो जनवरी में क्लास किया and let's assume Feb I have a foundation. Still, both the classes will be different.
Yes.
And this time I went to Guwahati recently, and we had almost, like almost 100 people who came for the
Wow.
foundation, which is crazy. And this is like the 4th time I'm doing there. So, my friend Pallavi and Alia,
Yes.
they had hosted me. So they had hosted me for the 3rd time. So there were people who were repeating with me for the third
Third
time,
time.
for the 4th time. And they were saying the second time when you do it, you absorb much more. The 3rd time, it expands much more.
Expands, yes.
Because that is what awareness is, ना. मैं हमेशा बोलता हूँ कि अगर आप एक मूवी भी देखते हो, जब भी आप मूवी रिपीट करते हो, आप कुछ ना कुछ अलग उसमें पाते हो,
100%.
या कोई किताब आप पढ़ते हो. Every time you read the book, you're like, oh, how did I,
Miss this part.
how did I miss
Yes,
this part?
yes.
So many times you miss out on things. Your consciousness is taking, but it comes in your awareness differently. So, of course, every class is different. So, I saw you the first time when I saw, and then I saw you in person. But your coming to in person also was very interesting to Dubai.
That was in itself, and I think that changed my life completely.
I saw that,
And I
yes.
think from that point, from Dubai, it's just been growing non-stop. My manifestations of my Range Rover as well. So it's just come.
Yeah, let's
like
talk about
this.
it. Let's talk about your
So I was
manifestation.
looking into buying a car, and I was thinking, kya loon, kya loon. And then I remember your talk in the Axe Foundation as well. You said, when we keep thinking, we don't do it. You have to put an action towards it. And that's what I did. I said, what will it take? Use Keminala, what will it take for me to have this car? Within 24 hours, I had the key in my hand. And for me
Amazing.
to have that car, I mean, it's a beautiful car. Come on,
Amazing.
let's not talk about a Range Rover not being beautiful in itself. Lekin for me, that was a big manifestation. Of course, going to London was the biggest manifestation for me. And the last 2 years, what I've known from Dubai Foundation is just been growing.
I remember, when she called me just before my Dubai class, I was going there, and she said, there are certain things that are still stuck and not moving, and
I
I'm
was
like,
crying, by the way.
I feel like I should come and get a class done. And by that time, you had not done like a in-person
No.
foundation because you're done only
Yes.
online. So I just like suggested, why don't you come to the, because from London to Dubai, it's easy for you to like come there, right?
Yes.
And, so I said, why don't you come for the class? She says, I can come only Saturday, Sunday, 2 days can I attend? I said, no, if you come, you have to attend the whole 5 days. And I said, come. And you did manifest to come.
Yes.
And I have seen personally the transformation that you've gone from that class till today. It's completely different.
Yes.
I remember how you got out of your own ceilings, your own boundaries, how you had created your limitations,
Yes.
and I could see your thought process changing, your point of views changing. See, one of the things that I can talk about Jessie, she's very open for learning, open for change, and that is very important. You can't be rigid and saying नहीं मैं ही सही हूँ, मैं बाकी लोग गलत है. You have to be willing to accept, you have to be willing to acknowledge, and then when you change, which I've seen her, second thing that I would definitely talk about you is you embody.
Yes.
As much as you embody the tools, you keep practicing the tools, definitely you'll keep seeing the change. And like I say, nobody's perfect. We all are on the journey of consciousness.
Yes.
And I always tell, when I finish the class, when we are like 5 days is done, my line is, this is not over. The class is not over. It's a beginning of your whole new journey from here. And from here, it's the magic, the miracles, and possibilities people create. And that is what I love about Access. It's just so light. It just empowers you so much.
And that's where it comes, isn't it? Sometimes we all think that चलो एक class कर लेते देखते क्या होता है. And I think the life we're living in is like instant coffee, instant noodles, or instant gratification for everything, but nothing is instant. Like people will think, okay, let me attend one class, next day the change should happen. No, it takes patience. And I think working on yourself and what you teach us is not about changing ourselves. And you allow that us to make that choice.
Yeah.
And I think from the few years after the foundation class, I think you empowered me. And you've allowed me to make my choice.
Correct.
You've not made that choice for me. I have made that choice because I know somewhere or the other, I'm like, why didn't I think like this? Or why didn't I do it like this? The point of view changes, and Access teaches us कि आप दूसरे point of view से कभी-कभी the interesting point of view जो हम बोलते हैं कि and I'm like, हाँ, interesting point of view. And then I move away. First, I would absorb everything people said. Conditioning इतनी हो गई थी ना, and I'm like, क्यों? कैसे? Why? I don't go into the why now. And I listen and I'm like, out it goes.
But that's the beauty of Access. It empowers you to make choices that works for you.
Yes.
Why I love Access, I keep saying this, it doesn't tell you this is right, this is wrong. It empowers you to make choices that works for you. ये पूरी दुनिया debate में है, ये सही है, ये गलत है. Whether you bring religion into the picture, whether you bring any other practice, anything, politics, it's all about right and it's all about judgment. But what if everybody could get out of the right and wrong
100%.
and start doing that works for them, the actions that works for them, and start living consciously.
And collective consciousness, we talk about it. I mean, we do every Friday the puja or we do the Mavarahi chant. Collectiveness, I have always seen the magic of it. Like, sometimes I say, oh, I don't have the time, but I put it on silent, I'm watching it, or I'm doing a recording.
It's energy,
Energy. Like 24-minute audio. Till date, I kid you not, I listen to the whole class, and every time I listen, the magic is still happening.
But that
Something
happens with, I
shifts.
think, any and every class of ours, whether it's a small 4 hours, money class
Money
that
class,
we do.
yes.
Yeah, abhi jo 8-8 portal kiya. Abhi we did the 8-8 portal, and it was so interesting that during the break, I gave them like a 15-20 minutes of bio break, and then I started connecting with people who are online, and there was one participant who was from Bangalore. She said, Ashish, this is like real magic. I'm sitting in the class, and my mom gets a tax refund, which we are not even expecting.
Wow.
She's like, it can't be a coincidence, So it's all about opening your receiving, shifting your point of views, and life is all about creating that ease. And that's why I'm like completely passionate about Access and this foundation, that I feel everybody should do it. एक पूरा सोचने का तरीका change हो जाता है, and life is all about creation, choice,
Yes.
creation. And then when you start asking yourself, okay, if I'm choosing this, what am I creating? Am I creating ease? Am I creating drama, trauma? Am I creating hardships? Am I creating difficulties? You have to keep choosing, and whatever you're choosing, that's what you're creating in your life. So there is no scope for blame game and all of that, because there's no point blaming anybody. Yeah, like interestingly, today I got a call. There's someone who is in Italy and he's going through certain, financial mess, some legal mess, and the documentation. But he kept blaming, blaming, blaming. I said, okay, hold on. What is it that you want to do right now?
Yes.
What is the solution? How can you change this? Because that's what Access teaches you. Ask a question. How can I change this? What can I do to change this? ये मेरे life में situation आ गया है. इसको हम कैसे बदल सकते
What
हैं?
else is
That's all.
possible?
What
Yes,
else is
yes.
possible? Rather than this is what has happened. And people are so stuck in the story, because when you're blaming people, it's nothing but a story and justification of who created this mess. Okay, the mess is there. What can we do about it?
Because we're so
And
used to going into the why.
because we have been trained to
Trained.
go into the why,
Yes.
right from childhood. Go into the why. You should know all your whys. But Access, may the first word we tell you to drop is the why. Don't go into the past. Don't go into why this is happening to me. How can I change this? What can I do to change it? And that is why Access is so fast and so quick.
और सबसे मज़ेदार ये बात होती है कि क्लास में जब हम आपको क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं ना कि डॉक्टर आशीष ये एंड देन यू पुट द क्वेश्चन बैक ऑन अस टू थिंक बिकॉज सी वी ऑल हैव दैट कॉन्शियसनेस एंड व्हाट आई लाइक अबाउट यू इज़ कि आप हमें ये नहीं करते कि डिपेंडेंट. You make us independent, and
But
for
that's
me
empowering.
it's empowering. It's for me is like, oh, someone actually asked me, like, wow, that's something. Otherwise you're in your own cocoon.
Because
Nobody's
you've
asking.
always been told what to do. ये करो, ऐसे करो, ये सही है, ये गलत है. That's how our conditioning has been.
Yes.
Like even my nephew, since he's living with me since his childhood, I've given him choices. Rather than tell him, तुम ये करना, वो करना. Today he's living his life. He's 23 years old, but he knows how to make choices for himself. I'm there to guide him. I'm there to show him the way, but he has to choose. So, those people I see, they're still dependent on others. They're still asking, I'm like, why wouldn't you do this on your own? And that is why one of the things that I love about the Access Foundation, it empowers you to create money, to create a life of your own. Like I've seen how you have been traveling, you have 2 kids, and how you've
आई थिंक विथ एक्सेस एक है कि मेरे बच्चों को मैंने चॉइस दिया है. यू वॉन्ट टू डू इट, यू डोंट. कपड़े चूज करने का भी मैं उनको चॉइस देती हूँ बिकॉज लाइक यू आई ऑलवेज से यू एम्पावर मी एंड आई विल कंटिन्यू दैट. एंड दे से इजंट व्हाट यू गिव इज व्हाट यू गेट एंड इट गोज ऑन. एंड माई किड्स व्हेन आई से दे से ओ मम्मी you said I have a choice and I'm like okay, sometimes हो जाता है ना कि choice sweet खाना है या नहीं. But again my kids, they know what choice has been given to them, what they can choose. And sometimes it is hard being a parent as well about giving choices to your children, but then again education is very much needed. And when Access gives you the tools, you know how to work around it. Working around it gives us 100% reliability, like the trust in ourselves, trusting yourself, knowing the no, like कि हाँ ये होगा तो मैं क्या बोलूँ बच्चों को ऐसे.
But this is what also I like about Access is, because they allow kids to come into the class till the age of 16. It's free to come with a
Yes.
parent. It empowers them to make choices. And also I love parents coming to the class because then they don't put the kids into wrongness. They don't put them into a box. They give them the freedom to move ahead with choices. And I have seen kids, they are so conscious. We have 6 years old, 10 years old, 13 years old, 15 years old coming with the parents, and they ask such dynamic questions. Like recently when I went to Guwahati, one of my hosts, her son is like just 11 years old,
Yeah.
but he kept holding the mic and asking me questions which adults were not asking. I'm like, wow, at that level, at that age, if a person can ask me such questions, it's going to be amazing.
I always call them SpongeBobs because they are absorbing. Do you remember in Dubai we had this child sitting right in front and asking you questions, absorbing, and next day saying, "Oh, Dr. Ashish said like this," and I'm like, "Wow!" Like it's nice to see
Yeah, yeah,
kids
yeah.
grow into it.
So
But it's,
yeah,
yeah.
I mean, that's what I absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely love.
And me traveling the world every month, for me, that has been like, idhar jana, chalo idhar jana. People say, do you even work? And I'm like, I made the choice to travel, na?
Absolutely,
Yes.
So when I left my corporate
Yes.
job, when I was a VP of a company, this is in 2009, I like got so fed up of just working, working, working. I was not living life,
Huh.
and that's when I decided, this is even before I came into Access. And that's when I decided, no, you know what, if I'm going to work, I'm going to work, but I'm also going to do everything in my life.
Yes.
And once I came into Access, I realized that this is everything that I do.
Do.
I was actually living Access before I
Yes.
came into Access. And then it's only when people would ask me, hey, how do I become like this? I didn't have the tools, but Access gives you the tools, and when you
Yes.
start practicing the tools, you start creating infinite choices. It's all about what would you like to choose. The best part is, jab, third, fourth day mein, people are like awakened, they suddenly realize हम क्या कर रहे थे अब तक, हम सो रहे थे क्या, we were just living life.
Yes.
And when I asked this question on the fourth day, do you think people are really living their life? They're like, no, they are not living.
They're
They
not. No.
think they are living, but they're not living, because that is where it is like almost like gaslighted. They believe this is what life is,
Yes.
but once they come into the class, they get like a shake, and
And I truly believe that. And I'll tell you, I think, where was I last 10 years? Like, where was access? Why didn't I get it early?
I've been asked this, like, where were you like 50 years back? I'm like, oh, okay, too small, not there.
Yes.
Yeah, the whole thing is, why didn't you meet me so many years back? But I'm like, hey, you're here right now. What if you can create more possibilities? And that is what Access is about, making choices and creating infinite possibilities, creating a life that you probably have not even imagined. And
Yes.
that's the beauty of it. It takes you beyond your imagination. And
100%.
and this is my guarantee for the last 12, 13, 14 years that I've been into Access and, facilitating foundations almost month after month. I've seen thousands of people's life changing. I can write like a whole book on testimonial. Every day there is a testimonial that comes. Ashish, today I created this. This was my dream and I manifested it. Manifestation becomes very easy when you use the
True.
tools, and that's the
And
beauty of
again,
it.
जहाँ मैं हूँ आज, confident, like you see my reels, funny reels भी बनाती हूँ, सब कुछ करती हूँ, but the choice is mine. Sometimes you're over obsessed. I said, yes, I love myself. मैं
And why
मेरी खुद
not?
की
You
खुद,
should love
हाँ,
yourself. Yeah.
exactly. But the empowering जो आया है मेरे में, it's just like पहले तो मैं करती नहीं थी, डरती थी कि करूँगी, लोग क्या
But
कहेंगे.
did you ever imagine that you are in London and you would be giving people bars and you'll be
No.
facilitating a class? So those people who are in London and they keep getting in touch with me that I want to get my bars run and all, I generally send Jessy's contact. So we are going to put her contact details, her email ID down. So if you want to get your bars run, if you're in London, anywhere in UK, and you can definitely get in touch with her. But you know what? There's so many people who know me, and she's like, Ashish, when are you going to come to UK? When are you going to do a bars class there? When are you going to do a foundation class? So we've been like looking at the possibilities. So the possibility is end of October 2026, we may come there. So those who are there in London and UK, and if you would like to, join the class, probably you can comment down, and then we can send you the details when the class is happening. But this has been a part of my manifestation because I personally love London. I've been going there so many times. And yeah, what else is
Yes, what
possible?
else is
What
possible?
else? So
Yes.
yeah. Hello, hello, hello. I hope you are enjoying the conversation that I'm having with Jessy so far. Now, this is a quick announcement for those people looking for the Bars and Foundation in Mumbai. The dates are already out. It's 30th of September, so you can go and register. My team will help you with that. And those people who are interested for the London class, all you need to do is go on the Aashworld website and there just show your interest. We'll have your details. And as soon as the class details are out, you'll be the first person to be informed. And yes, I will see you in person. What magic can we create together? And I'm so looking forward for this class because it's going to be my first class in London. So what else is possible? So anyways, enjoy the rest of the video till I see you soon in London. Bye-bye. Would you like to share the bars testimonial that, you gave bars to someone and the change that came into
Oh,
the...
yes. So I have this dear, she's become a dear friend now. So she was a client and she said, things are not shifting and her visa was not happening. So she had to change. And I said, don't worry, it will come. She goes, it's very easy to say, don't worry, it will come. I said, don't worry, let's run your bars first. And I ran her bars and I said, aa jayega, don't worry. Because for me, see, I'm learning. See, you're my mentor and I always, I look up to you in a very positive, like for me, it's like copy paste. Like, Ashu kya karta? Agar Ashu ko ye bolte, like, sorry, I say Ashu, but it's Dr. Ashish. Kyunki आशीष क्या करता अगर ये बोलता तो मैं भी क्लाइंट्स को ऐसे बोलती हूँ एंड देन आई सेड ऐसे हो जाएगा डोंट वरी शी केम बैक द फॉलोइंग वीक शी गोज जेसी यू वोंट बिलीव आई हैव गॉट माई वीजा विच वॉज impossible. And I'm like, wow, how does it get? When she goes, what is that? I said, that is foundation language. Then she goes, I want to be a practitioner. I said, why not? Like, and she came, she did that
She
one day
learned the bars
class.
class,
She
yeah.
learned the bars class.
Amazing.
And now she's hoping to do the foundation with you. And she's been asking, when is Dr. Ashish coming
Maybe
to
it's
London?
her and other
Yes.
people's manifestation
Of
that gets me
course,
to London,
yes.
So it's all about coming with an openness. But even if I've seen people, like in one of my recent foundation, there's a family who came and her mum,
Yes.
the husband's mother had forced him to come apparently. So in the introduction, I generally have this little
Yeah.
fun thing, has anybody been forcibly come here? So normally the kids say, oh, my mum got me here
Yeah.
and all. And I tell them, okay, you know what, just be here for the first day and the next day. If you're having fun, continue. Otherwise, don't come to the class. So it was strange that this guy who's almost like 45, 50 years old, he came on the mic like, my mom forced me to come here. I'm like, okay, that's the first one that I got in so many years. But I told him the same thing. I said, you know what? Be here for the first day and the
Yes,
second
second
day.
day.
If you don't like it, don't come. Let your wife and children
Yes.
come. But he was there. He connected with everything. He started asking me questions. Things started shifting. When his wife was introducing herself, she said that, you know what, like we want to make choices and manifestation. Like her son wanted to get an admission in UK in one of the
Yes.
top colleges there. And like, how do we do it? I said, you're here in the class, no? Ask for the magic to show up.
Yes.
They got the bars run, of course, in the
Yes.
first day. And then by third day, I remember it was money topic. I was doing the clearing. The guy stepped out, the boy. He was looking excited. Then the father went out. And then the mother went out. And I knew what's happening. And then after the class, they announced to everybody, we got the admission in the college that he'd been wanting to go to UK, sitting in the class. Like, I've seen so much crazy magic happening. I still remember, in Dubai, when I went to do the bars class there was this family who came, again, husband, wife and the son, and you were there in
Yes,
the
I was
class,
there,
right?
yes.
Yeah. And the wife had enrolled both of them, not telling them the cost of the class and all of that. And of course, when she paid up, the registration went in the night, they got the email with the amount in it, the Dubai amount, right? So the husband and the child is like, we are not coming, why should we come then? She said, now I have paid up, please come to the class. So when I went there, I could make out who is like eagerly coming and all. And here I saw the husband and the son like sitting like this. So when I asked her, I said, your wife forcibly got you here. I said, I'm happy to give you the refund, but now that you're here, would you like to at least be open for possibilities? He's like, okay, now that we are here, we'll attend the class. So the bars class. So we did the bars, and in the lunch break, they stepped out to have lunch, and then they came back. He says, what magic is this? So I was like, what happened? He says, we've been applying for a special visa permission, work visa, to go to London. They're in Dubai, to go to London and open their business there. He said, we've seen the place, we know what business, we know the office also that you're at. He says, it was just not going through. Today, the letter has come, the
How does it
approval has
get?
come.
Yes.
He was shocked. And then the very next day, he had a meeting with the consulate or something. And then in a week's time, he was already in London, sending me a picture that we are in London and we are going to open the office here.
Wow.
I mean, I have seen magic in my classes. It's amazing.
इट इज़ बिकॉज एंड मैं तो ये भी बोलना चाहूँगी कि लोग बोलते हैं ना कि यार इतने पैसे देने पड़ेंगे क्लास के इतने पैसे चलो एक ही कर इन्वेस्टमेंट
It's an investment.
इट इज़ एन इन्वेस्टमेंट एंड ट्रस्ट मी एक क्लास करोगे ना वन डोर खुलेगा तो
Yeah, yeah.
इमेजिन आप इतने एक डोर के
I know people who had issue paying for the first class. After 3 months, they've done it again.
Yes.
After another few months, they've done it. Because it opens up your receiving. And for those people, I always tell people that, see, you're investing. 5 days is an investment for knowledge, information, tools that you're going to use lifelong. Yeah. So don't look at it as a 5 day. Look at it another 40, 50, 60 years, 100 years का investment आप 5 दिन में कर रहे हो जो आपको पूरे जिंदगी में काम आएगा. Like I live access. I don't think it's a modality. I don't think it's a healing model. It's a way of life. I live that. And every day I'm only asking questions like the 10 commandments.
Yes.
I swear by the, which is your favorite commandment out of the
Interesting
10?
point of view,
Interesting
ना
point.
वो तो life changing
I
है.
live
Yes.
interesting point of
But
view.
till date, हाँ, मेरे को जब someday होता है, we are humans, life ऊपर नीचे हो जाता है, and I'm like, I have to open my book now, खोल के अब कौन सा, okay, I'll do this. The shift, I kid you not, हो जाता है.
But I'll tell you one thing. I mean, I am doing this day in and day out. This is my profession. I meet people, I meet clients, I guide them, and all of that. You guys, you have a normal life. You go to work, business, and all of those things. That is why it's important for you all to keep in touch with that. And that's the reason most of my clients who are not healers, are not into this profession, I tell them there is an audio of the class, keep listening to it. And every day if you commit yourself only for half an hour, आपने कोई वीडियो देख लिया like this video और Gary and Dane का वीडियो या बुक पढ़ लिया access का, but you have to keep track. It's like going to a gym. If you go to a gym regularly, your body is going to be in shape, it's going to get better. And consciousness is a work that you have to keep doing.
Somebody asked me that interestingly, and I said, think about it like if you're a doctor, you have to keep upgrading yourself,
Of
learning new
course.
tools. And I told them, think about it with your DNA, the subconscious mind. If
How
you're not,
many lifetimes programming
Yes.
are you carrying?
Yes, of
Yeah.
course.
So if people think that coming into 5 days is going to change their whole DNA programming immediately, no. It is a beginning, it's a start.
Start.
But I've had people sitting in 5 days, the whole life changing also. Because maybe their programming was not so, engraved and difficult and hard. They were open for change. But some people need that more.
They
Yeah.
do. And every time I've attended this class, the fifth day, not in a sad way, but they feel sad because it's finished. And they're like, Khatam, like, we want more.
Yeah, they are like, can we come tomorrow also? Can we do another 5 days? I'm like, no, 5 days.
5 days. And then
Every time.
I have
every
seen
time,
so many
yeah.
times, so many clients, they keep coming, and I'm like, wow. Like every time there's a class for me, is like, my God, Dr. Ashish is changing like life for people.
it's
Like for
amazing.
me, I can see my life change. मेरी life तो change हो चुकी है, but लेकिन जब लोगों को देखती हूँ ना, sometimes I know your clients or we meet as friends, and I'm like, wow, look at the transformation. Like 8 class all the way from London इधर आती हूँ thinking like नहीं ये दफ़ा नहीं जाऊँगी, नहीं हो ही जाता है. And being me, the humanoid, last minute ticketing, I'm coming. Like,
But every time it's different, right?
different.
Like this
Every
88
time.
portal was so different, so amazing. So many people travel and come, because they want to experience the in person. But we have limited seats and limited space. And yeah, what else is possible in expanding, expanding? But it's not about just being in front of me. People are online and still they see the magic, still they see the miracles, It's all about that, And my only thing is, if you really want to change your life, do something. Don't keep crying, don't keep cribbing, don't be a victim, yeah, and don't keep talking about your life.
Yes.
Ask, what can I do to change my life? How can I change my life? Who can help me change my life? What course can help me change my life? Which book can help me change my life? But you got to do something, just wishing that your life will change will not change. Actions is very, very
100%.
important.
And I know so many of your clients, Joe, every Sunday when I see those podcasts, sometimes I know people say, I can't afford a class. Chalo, main ye
Just
paise nahi
watch
de
the
sakti."
videos.
Watch the videos.
Yeah, yeah.
Trust me, like the Ho'oponopono one last, oh my God. So much
I,
changes.
talking about that, it's strange you spoke. That day during Lakshmi Puja, there are 5 women who came for the first time. One came all the way from Nagpur, another 4 were from Thane. So they all came together. And one of the ladies said, Aapka Ho'oponopono video maine dekha. There was a garage where they were having an issue and they were going through a lot of, nuksan ho raha tha unka, lakhon ka nuksan ho raha tha. She just started practicing Ho'oponopono and within 2 days, everything got sorted out. And she said, oh my God, this is magic. See, I mean, people
Actions.
who want
Yes.
to crib and complain, oh, classes are expensive, this is है ना कितने सारी चीजें आप कर सकते हो फ्री में कर सकते हो पर करो
कंप्लेन की जगह पे क्लास करो एक्शन ले
action
लो
no. That is important, and it's all about a choice. So that's the whole thing. So make the choice, and you are making the choice to keep creating bigger and greater. So yeah, so what magic can we create
I
together
know,
in London?
yes,
So
yes.
October here I come, London here
That is
I
my
come.
manifestation. I keep asking, कब आओगे? कब
Let's do it.
आओगे?
And
Yes.
yeah, and now it's a
Yes.
possibility, and we'll definitely do it because
100%.
there's so many people who follow me. They've been asking for a class in London, so here we are. So
But
let's
I'm
do
always
it.
grateful to you where I am today. And you have been a part of my life, not only about the change, but all the magic and miracles I witness. And I kid you not, every morning you are on my mind. And I'll say, I'm so grateful I have him in my life, as my
Thank you.
mentor, friend, teacher,
Thank
everything.
you,
Thank
thank
you.
you so much. And yes, let's keep creating more and more magic. And like in the recently, like in the 88 portal, I thought people, I breathe in magic and I breathe out miracles. I breathe in magic and I breathe out and create miracles. It's all about that. And
Yes.
this is like, after the 88 portal, I don't know, there's this big shift that has come in me, and I'm only 24/7 wanting to be the energy of magic, be the magic through which everything is happening, and I'm seeing that. So what magic would you like to see in your life? And if you would really like to experience that, do it, do something about it. So yeah, so I'll see you in London and I will be there. How does it get
Better
better
than
than this?
this.
Thank you so
Thank you so
much,
much.
and thank you for being here. And thank you for all those people who are kind, who send me messages on my comment section, and the love that I get, the trust that you all show on me. Keep continuing doing that, and together let's create the magic and the change that we will like, or you would like to see in your life, and let's create bigger and greater. All right, lots of love. Bye bye, see ya.